So, I've been reading in the Old Testament all year, and I came across the book of Habakkuk, and I want to share a revelation that came about as I was reading it. I think a lot of us know that popular scripture in it that says to write the vision down and make it plain. And I think a lot of us use this to write down our goals, like write down our prayer requests, writing down things that we are praying to see come to pass, lifting it up to the Lord, but also having it visually down just does something for you, right? So I come across chapter 2, and I'm reading that popular scripture, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, so he may run who reads it. In this scripture, let's just understand that a tablet is not just like an iPad or like the devices that we have today, but a tablet was like a piece of stone. It was something industrial, like maybe a brick, something that you literally had to carve into, right, to get any type of writing into it. So the Lord is telling Habakkuk to record the vision that he's about to give him down on a tablet. And so this is what made me stop in my reading, because I thought of that saying that says set in stone. Like, you know, when we're finalizing plans and stuff, and it's like, okay, let's get this date set in stone. Let's set in stone a time, right? When we set things in stone, it is meant to be permanent. Like, we're not changing it. It is finalized, right? I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's where that saying originates from. So I took a moment to look into it and did some research, and it's true. Like, in addition to the biblical recordings, this was an ancient practice and way of historical keeping. There is something so permanent about carving writing into stone, because it's not something that could just be scribbled over or just erased away. It's final. Whatever has been written has been set in that stone. I just thought it was so interesting that the Lord chose the tablet out of all things. Like, during the biblical times, there were so many other ways to write stuff down. We know that a lot of people wrote in scrolls. There was also a paper called papyrus, which was a paper made out of plants. People were also writing on animal skin. So we have to understand, when God orders anything, right, he is intentional. If you ever wondered the vision that the Lord was telling Habakkuk to write down in the first place, it was an answer to a series of questions and cries that he was giving onto the Lord in the first chapter. He's noticing all of these evil and wicked people getting away, what it seems like they're getting away with things, and he's crying out to the Lord, like, why aren't you serving your justice? But he also has faith. He's like, you are a just God. You are Lord of Lords, right? But why does it seem like they are not getting what they deserve? And so not only is the Lord ready to give him an answer, but he's like, record it down so you don't forget what I say too. What was to be written by Habakkuk on the tablet straight from the mouth of God, it was intended to be permanent and not changed. Even if he only speaks a word just once and he never utters it again, it doesn't give us the right to add or subtract to that word. There's a scripture that says never say that God is slow in keeping his promise just because he's not coming through for something when you feel like it should be done or when you want it to. This is why we have to keep record of when God speaks. This is why we have to keep record of God's